Since the last video cut, I've got quite a bit done. My standing with the boron is now in the positive as trusted courtier, and basically how I got past that point was killing pirates in their space and running missions near their space until the point to where I was no longer shoot on sight. And although I couldn't dock in their stations, I would scout out the sectors looking for haulers offering missions, and I finally found one offering a combat mission, and it was an escort mission from Kingdom's End into Rolk's Drift. It was fairly easy. There was about 3 spawns of Yaki, and by the time I took them out and completed the mission, my rank with the boron had gone up 2 levels, and now I'm positive. And as a result, I bought a new Mistral Super Freighter, and I have him sector trading in Kingdom's End. So yet he will continue to develop my standing with the boron, while of course making me money. Now I'm doing the same thing with the Paranid. I have a couple of Novas that I've captured down in Emperor Mines, just patrolling for the occasional pirate, and I'm going to start running through. I don't think I can go into Paranid Prime yet because it's a core sector, but I can go through the border sectors and do the same thing, look for missions offered by their ships and try to get my standing up with them. So the whole goal is to be able to have haulers running as sector traders all over the universe, building my economic framework so that I can pursue the storyline or the plot missions which I want to get into, the hub and the player headquarters mainly, to be specific. And I understand those are going to be a pretty big pain to start with. So I really want to have free reign of the galaxy, and plus have a good economic basis. So I'm off to a good start finally. Well, since the last cut, I've played for quite a few days and have made some drastic changes in my game. I left SATA on one morning when I went to work with the intent of coming home at lunch and taking it off just for a quick boost in cash, but mainly to drop my fight rank before I start this whole chain of hub plot missions. I ended up getting tied up at work and not getting home till later in that evening. And to my surprise, between my station selling and my traders, I had over 100 million in the bank. So I was going to reload and start over, but then I decided, been there, done that. I'm just after the plots now, so I decided to keep the money and invest it, just to kind of get a quick head start towards where I want to go with this. My biggest investment was picking up a Mammoth, and I wanted to bolster my my combat ships with energy bolt chain guns to have some ammo-based weapons as an alternative for when I run out of energy. So one of the other things I did is I bought plenty of Mercuries and scattered them all over the universe, docked them in key places and labeled them shoppers, and I just kept scanning for energy bolt chain guns, which are never in stock, ever. I've played this game for I had a full weekend off. I had a lot of time to play over a couple of days, and there was never one single EBC in stock. So I wanted them badly enough. I went ahead and took some of that cash and invested in my own EBC factory. I've got 3 EBC forges, and it's a closed loop with the exception of energy. So all I need is the one hauler, constantly buying energy cells. I've slowed them down now because I've already stocked up what I wanted. So I've changed it back to buying energy at an average credit rate rather than high, which is why he's out right now with only one hauler. I'm not worried about it. But I was able to bolster my Mamba quite a bit. And I've got this set up so that Bank 1 has the 2 HEPs. And I switched to Bank 2, which drops down to 1, which is my typical setup for capturing ships. If you've seen the tutorial series or watched me capture any, that's the way I do it. Now, when I switch to Bank 3, it's everything I have, the 2 HEPs plus the 6 EBCs. That's when I really need the firepower quickly. And then if I switch to 4, it drops down to 1 EBC, and that's the same concept as my HEPs. That's if for some reason I'm trying to capture something and I'm out of energy, I still have the one weapon doing the firing, so I still have a chance of capturing. Let's see, I did pick up an M6, a Skiron, which is a pretty sweet looking ship. I've always had the Argon versions, but I liked this. It has great shielding, and I figured I'd take a chance on it. I had a little bit more cash this time, so I checked it out. Really like the way the ship looks. I'm not in the sector, so I can't show it to you, but I'm sure you've all seen them before. But loaded in weapons, HEPs. It's got PRGs in the turrets, all set to attack fighters because they're the ones that usually give me the biggest fit. And then mosquito missiles set to missile defense. And it's been a really good help in running a couple of missions lately. I just set it to protect my ship, and it really shreds through some of those really quick fighters that I can never hit without shooting a bunch of mosquitoes at them. So, and I think, oh, I have a fueler ship. I just keep full of energy cells, and he follows me around. I just started the, oh, yeah, let's talk about rep real quick. I did get the Boron's rep up to Boron's King Knight finally, or King's Knight, which is the minimum to start the chain. Now, of course, the rest of this video series can't be without spoilers, and I'm assuming anybody watching this has already done the missions. You're just watching to, I don't know, watch somebody else go through the pain of doing this, but or maybe see if someone does things a little differently. But I was finally able to get this up, basically from running missions in their space, and I have a couple of local traders that are trading all throughout their space. And I did just now get the mission. It was offered to me from the NPC. And basically the way I'm going to do this is fly a fully decked out Kestrel, but he's on the other side of the universe. So rather than fly that ship over here personally, I jumped with my fueler in Hall to Grand Exchange, and it's just so much faster to run SATA and let the Kestrel fly by itself. So he will be here any minute, and I'm going to start the I guess it's a pretty darn long chain of missions towards the hub plot. So yeah, wish me luck. I'll try to document what I can, what makes sense, and without putting too much video up. So, see you next time. Okay, so this is really cool. An unknown sector is actually this huge construct with gates inside.
Xenon Core 023. Xenon Sector 627. Ship debris.
So yeah, following the mission, of course, found the ship, read some data logs from what happened. Of course, you know, this is definitely giving away the story, but I said that in the previous cut. So yeah, anyways, got to get back to this guy and let him know what's going on. This is really interesting.
Xenon Sector 627.
Holy crap. That's a lot of xenon.
Entrance system. Xenon Sector 598.
Okay, I'm starting to collect resources for the upcoming string of missions, and I haven't communicated with the NPC yet because I've pre-read on the forums. that I'm going to need a minimum number of chips and computer components. So working on that now, and one of the things I'm doing to get the cash reserves going again is to accept any and all missions. And this is the first time I've accepted a build station mission. It's pretty common for most players. I've just never done it. So they want me to build this 1 megajoule facility here in Drift. And I've got to put it next to this navigation buoy. That looks close enough.
Command accepted.
I didn't check the second plane. I hope I didn't just screw that up, but no, we're good.
You have gained recognition.
Alright, well, that was definitely easy money. I'm going to watch this and see how quickly the new station starts to function. That's kind of interesting. Alright, anyways, back to it. In preparation for the mega complexes I'm going to have to build for this chain of missions, I've started something I've never done before. Since I verified that the new bonus pack includes the CAG CLS scripts and it doesn't add the modified tag to your game, I've installed them, and I've started a few commodity ships, or soon-to-be CLS and CAG ships. I'm not quite sure of the difference honestly yet, but I've got these guys fully trained up to logisticians. Well, this guy's not. I keep cycling new discoverers along a little path. I'm sure there's a better way to train them, and I don't own a lot of stations, so I can't run them back and forth between my own stations. So right now I just have them running back and forth between solar power plants and other stations to sell, and it's upgraded them fairly quickly while I've been busy doing other things. I do have two. I've got one I've just named the Hub Hauler for now. Actually have him buying. Wow, he's made some progress since I last looked at this screen, like quite a bit. He's buying computer components. I know I needed at least I think 400 of those for the next step, and I believe it's 500 computer chips. So he's buying away. If I check his waypoints, yeah, basically all he's doing is within a 15 jump radius of Kingdoms Inn is buying these things up, and that's probably a little too high. But either way, it looks like he just met the quota. I'm having another issue, and if some of you guys that are pros with the CAG and CLS script can you notice something about this, by all means chime in and let me know, but well, let's see if I can find him. I really wish they'd put a search feature in the next X so that you can just start typing like MAM and it'll start showing all of your mammoths and anything else that begins with those letters, so you don't have to keep scrolling up and down the screen. But anyways, my second hauler has been on CLS standby for ages, and I'm pretty sure I have all of the requisite equipment, both commodities, best buys, best sells, duplex scanner, triplex scanner, all the trade software except for Mark III, jump drive. And the waypoints are all set by microchips, maximum price. But it's not doing anything, so I'm not quite sure why. I have both of them with a home base set as my mammoth for now. So anyways, I got to figure out why he's not doing that. But either way, I'm not planning on depending on the CAG script for getting all of these chips anyways. I'm just going to build a couple of megaplexes I'm not sure how many yet, a minimum of 10 each, probably more, and let them churn out the chips. Okay, well, that's where I'm at now. I'm going to go start running as many missions as I can find, hopefully kill missions, maybe a few more shipbuilding missions just to flesh out the income here, and start my first microchip, hopefully closed loop. I got to find how I'm going to handle the silicon. I'm not sure. I've been reading. Can't really depend on silicon mines necessarily. Maybe mobile mining is an option, but I've never really dealt with that other than Nvidian. I'm hoping it works the same way, but I'll find out. I'm going to start experimenting and see what happens. So I think that's enough for this segment. I'm going to cut the video now, edit this, upload it, and I'll see you next time.